Racism is a grown-up disease, and we should stop using our kids to spread it. We may not all be equally guilty, but we are all equally responsible for building a decent and just society. Ruby Nell Bridges Hall is an American civil rights activist. I believe that we have to come together, and we have to rely on the goodness of each other. You cannot look at a person and tell whether they're good or bad. Kids come into the world with clean hearts, fresh starts. We have tolerance, respect, and equality in our written laws, but not in the hearts of some of our people. I pray for my enemies, that God would forgive them. I wanted to use my experience to teach kids that racism has no place in hearts and minds. You cannot look at a person and judge him or her by the color of their skin. Wisdom is a gift, but has nothing to do with age. That was probably the case with me. I believe it doesn't do yourself any good to hate. I think that racism is ugly and so unfair, and I believe that we all need one another. We all have a common enemy, and it is evil. We must absolutely take care of one another. My mother had taught me that the only thing you could depend on was your faith, and I had that. It's time to get past our racial differences. We owe it to our children to help them keep their clean start. That's really what my work is all about, bringing kids together. None of our kids come into the world knowing anything about disliking one another. Evil looks like you and I. I know what evil looks like, and I know that it comes in all shades and colors. I had never seen a white teacher before, but Mrs. Henry was the nicest teacher I ever had. I believe in my prayers. What we, as African Americans, stood on was our faith. We keep racism alive. We pass it on to our children. I think that is very sad. Kids really don't care about what their friends look like. A lot of my strength came from my upbringing. Somehow, it always worked. Kneeling at the side of my bed and talking to the Lord made everything okay. It's not who you're going to sit beside at school that matters now, it's what resources will your school have. Now that I'm a parent, I know that my parents were incredibly brave. Throughout my life, my prayers have actively sustained me, held me up, carried me through. If my mama said not to do something, I didn't do it. I'm not a very public person. I think racism is something that is passed on and taught to our kids, and that's a shame. Schools should be diverse if we are to get past racial differences. Our babies know nothing about hate or racism. But soon they begin to learn, and only from us. It's taken me a long time to own the early part of my life. We have to take care of each other's children. I was the first black child to desegregate the all-white William Frantz Elementary School in Louisiana in 1960. I want to inspire kids. I do think that some people are born as old souls. When the scary subject of race is finally broached, kids want to talk and talk. It's very satisfying. I like to share my story with children, and they are amazed by the story. I'm the mother of 4. From age 7 to about 37, I had a normal life, and not a very easy one. From 6th grade, they were separated.